see freedom in the air.
All this struggle for civil rights was more than a struggle for civil rights. It was a struggle for the realization of human dignity. It was a struggle to open up the American society, to bring all of the people into the democratic process that have been left out and left behind.
His father was an Alabama sharecropper. When young John Lewis left the farm more than 40 years ago, he was the first person in his family ever to go to college. He was shy and quiet and gentle and frustrated and angry. And then he heard a voice that changed him forever.
Give us the ballot, and we will quietly and nonviolently.
I heard the voice of Martin Luther King Jr. on the radio. His voice inspired me. But even before then, as a young child, 8 or 9 years old, I saw the signs that said white men, colored men, white women, colored women. And that, I didn't like it. I wanted to do something about it.
And from his home in the Alabama woods, John Lewis followed the activities of 50,000 black men and women who month after month walked rather than ride in segregated buses.
And that the Negro citizens
Montgomery bus boycott worked.
And
And one day John Lewis would fight segregation by riding buses as a freedom rider. He would be beaten for that and almost killed. Describe to me your thought process, if you would, and the emotional reaction you had to those who were beating you.
I felt a sense of sadness, a sense of sorrow that people would beat us, their fellow citizens, be fellow human beings, because we had taught not to hate, but to love here in the state of Alabama.
And now here was John Lewis in 1999, Congressman John Lewis of Georgia, and 20 other members of Congress, Republican and Democrat, on a March weekend, riding buses through Alabama with a police escort. They were on a pilgrimage to the great civil rights battlefields of the 50s and 60s, Birmingham, Montgomery, and Selma.
This mission is a mission to have a dialogue on race, to get members of Congress, lawmakers, people in decision-making positions, to come together, to study, to learn, to be inspired together, to learn what people did in another period in our history, and that somehow, in some way, we will become better human beings.
I think a lot of us need to understand that we can talk about those things that are still lingering. Sometimes we think, well, we're already there and we can go forward, but that's not the case. We still have some things there that we're not very proud about.
A lot of old baggage.
That's exactly right.
Birmingham, where 4 little girls died in a church bombing. Birmingham, where Bull Connor turned the fire hoses and dogs on children.
There was one dog, there was a black dog, and he had a gold tooth. This dog seemed to have a lot more viciousness, okay? And all they had to do is say the N-word, and this dog would just form at the mouth, just go crazy. This white person wanted her to get up and move back. So
And Montgomery, where Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat. This is Montgomery today, home of the Civil Rights Memorial to those who died in the struggle. Medgar Evers, Jimmy Lee Jackson, Cheney, Goodman, and Schwerner.
The question of the issue of race is not over. It is still a real problem in America. And we need to talk to each other. Whites and blacks need to talk. Hispanics and Native American, Asian American. We all need to talk about race. We shouldn't sweep it under the rug. The scars and stains of racism are still deeply embedded in American society. So we still have a distance to go. We must work.
There must be a God somewhere.